Hey everyone, my name is Dale Blassingame. I'm your instructor for this mobile storytelling in the park course. And I literally cannot tell you how excited I am for this class because it marries my two passions, which are technology and visiting the outdoors, especially in state parks. So we've worked out what I hope will be incredibly beneficial for you to learn these mobile storytelling tools. And then, of course, it's all going to culminate with our trip to Garner State Park, where you're going to get to one, experience the outdoors, and then two, put these tools to the test in order to turn some really creative and what we hope will be inspirational projects for other students and young adults your age to see and enjoy. So we're going to go to tracks here in just a second and talk about how the class will be structured and what we'll be doing during this short course. But first, I want to take a few minutes to talk about mobile storytelling. In particular, I'm going to introduce you to a phrase called mojo. Some of y'all may have already heard this before, but what mojo is just a shortcut for mobile journalism. So if somebody calls you a mojo, that's a good thing, all right? Here's why mobile storytelling or mojo is so important. It wasn't all that long ago, and in fact, the TV news industry is still doing this. But for video to reach the public, it used to have to involve all of this. So we had very, very expensive cameras. Then once the video was shot, we had very, very expensive editing systems. And then just to get it to the public, we had to use satellite technology or any other things that the television networks are using to get video to the public. I mean, that sounds so outdated now, right? It is still the way TV news is broadcast. But now we have the power to do that with whatever is in our pocket. So, one, our cameras now are at the point where they're shooting just as good, if not better, quality video than a lot of those really expensive cameras. We have apps on our phone that can help us edit. So, we'll talk about that here in this short course. And then we also have the ability to send that out to people. So we have 4G, we have Wi-Fi, we have LTE, we have 3G in certain neighborhoods that are certain pockets of the country where cell service isn't as widely available. But for the most part, we can do this all now at the power of our hands. So this might sound common sense to you, but this isn't all that old. Or it's still a brand new thing. That we're still all learning about and still transforming. So in other words, mobile storytelling or mojo really does open up the process to everyone, whereas it's not just for the people who work in the industry to be able to do this. But there is still a skill that is involved with this. So that's what we're going to be talking about a lot during this short course, is how to make you a better photographer slash videographer slash editor on your phone, and how to turn better stories using just your mobile technology. One of the first examples of this, I remember this day like it was yesterday. I was sitting in a newsroom and we started getting breaking news alerts that a plane had crashed into the Hudson River in New York City. Well, this was one of the first images that we got from the scene. So again, this is happening in New York City, where all the major networks are centered, they're headquartered there. They have, thousands of employees there. But this guy, Giannis Crooms, he was actually the first one to get some images out. And it took place in the form of this tweet that he sent. It contained a twit pic, which that company is now no longer. But that was an old way of posting pictures to Twitter. And he said, "There's a plane in the Hudson. I'm on the ferry going to pick up the people. Crazy." Here's what that picture looked like. So you can see, is it the world's greatest photo? No, it looks like he took it through a kind of a dirty window. But at that point, this was so important because it was the first way we had actually seen what was going on. So he beat the news networks by tens of minutes in terms of getting this picture out and getting visuals out to the world. So this ended up winning awards. This one photo did. And Crooms now actually works with helping citizen journalists or mojos in terms of doing that. So here's what he's doing now. I want to watch a quick video from him about what that moment was like.
Well, the whole experience was just a blur to me. I took the photo, and 1 second I was just a guy with 170 followers on Twitter. The next second, MSNBC is calling me live to be on air. So I wasn't prepared for this. I'm just a regular guy who was on a ferry, and all of a sudden I'm a citizen journalist who captured an incredible event on the Hudson. And I was really unprepared for it because I didn't have any resources. I was either calling friends or any resource that I could think of how to, take the next steps. Because 5 hours later, I was on live TV with Rachel Maddow. Next morning, I'm on Good Morning America. So it's definitely not something you can prepare for, but also something that wasn't really thought of as a viable reporting at that time. Hopefully now, with certain services appearing, especially like Rob Porter, there's more things available for people to use as they become citizen journalists, or if they're able to just be in the right place at the right time like I was.
All right, so this should look familiar. We're now in tracks, and I'm going to walk you through how the course will be organized and structured before we actually meet in the park. I'm still in professor mode here on tracks, so some things are going to look a little bit different than how you'll see them. And you'll notice over here everything is in italics, meaning I haven't opened it up yet. I'm still in the process of creating all these at the time of this. But I just want to walk you through the structure. So we're here on the home page. You can access the syllabus here. So if you go here, you will see our syllabus. These are the individual lessons. So you'll see we have the introduction, which you're watching right now. Mobile tools, composing a shot, sound and interviewing, editing on a phone, and then sharing in social. And then we'll have some additional information about our weekend at Garner. But these are the pre-Garner lessons that we'll be doing, and you're part of the first one right now. So when you click on these, you'll notice we have a banner at the top. You'll have a brief text introduction right here. I'll go over a couple of objectives here. And then right here, this video that you're actually watching right now will be embedded, so you'll find it right there in tracks inside the lesson itself. So that'll be the first thing to do, is watch the lesson video for that particular course. And then I will have some additional articles or videos for you to watch. You'll notice for this first week, I have two. The first one is a TV special, so it was actually done at WFAA in Dallas, and it was shot entirely on the iPhone. So I want you to get a sense of the great work that can happen via the iPhone. And then if you click on this link, it will take you to an article from No Film School about the first 4K short film that was shot entirely on an iPhone. It's about 5 minutes long. Read the article, watch the video, watch the movie itself. It's really good, really well done. From there, you will see the things to do. So this will let you know everything you need to do before this module is complete. So you'll see I have a due date for this. Each module will be open once they're all available, but you'll notice that there are due dates, so don't wait until the very last minute to do everything. For this first week, all I need you to do is post a introduction post into our forum. So if you click on the link for the introduction forum, it'll take you to the forums page. Make sure you post to the correct one. That is the introduction forum. You'll see a post from myself on there, and then introduce yourself to the rest of the class so we can all get to meet each other. I will tell you, this is the only module where we don't have a quiz. So all of these other modules, from mobile tools down to sharing and social, will have a quiz associated with them. So that will also be part of the things to do. All right, so we're here with Kai Harkey, the Education and Outreach Coordinator for Texas Parks and Wildlife. He's just one of the several members of Texas Parks and Wildlife that are going to be joining us on our weekend in Garner. And Kai, I guess let's talk real quickly about what Texas Parks and Wildlife is hoping to get out of this.
Yeah, we're just really excited to get a lot of video content out there in the world that helps to inspire young folks like those in your class to come out to Texas State Parks and enjoy themselves.
Cool. So no pressure. It's depending on you to get young people to the parks. But that's it. That's your first week. That's our introduction to our mobile storytelling in the park. Thanks to Kai. Thanks for the people here at Texas Parks and Wildlife who are coordinating with us. And we'll see you in the other chapters of this 2-week short course.